Hello, Gwen Baird. So excited to be
No.
talking to you. I love talking to you. I love following everything that you're doing. And I'm trying to think when we first actually started working together. I think it was something like, was it 2019?
Oh, do you know what? It could even have been before that. It could
Yeah,
have been.
yeah,
It has been a while.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd love you to talk about any little inspiring stories that happened to you, manifesting stories from challenges or kind of what has happened since after working with me or anything at all that you can think of.
Do you know what? It's been amazing, Glenn. It's absolutely amazing. It started, the first thing that I jumped on was one of your
Okay. Oh
challenges
yeah,
way, way back.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was a 5-day challenge at that point,
yeah,
and it was a manifesting money challenge. And I thought, I went in with, oh, let's see what this is about. Come on,
yeah.
we'll give it a go. And I was always open-minded. And we went in, and it was such fun. It was absolute fun. But then when you'd done the work and you listened to the meditations, magic started to happen. You just couldn't believe it. I remember we started off simple with, decluttering the purse and the handbag, and I'm going through all the motions. And then suddenly I was finding money. We had one day where we were to go and just look in places you've not looked in a while. And you ended up with this little pot of money you didn't even know was hanging about. It was amazing. And then we moved on to, think bigger. What would you really like? And I remember this envelope arrived. I think it was a Wednesday. This envelope arrived, and I opened it up, and I thought, this is junk mail. I'm going to put it in the bin. And I read it, and there was just something stopped me. And it was a letter from a so-called pension company I'd never heard of before, saying, many, many years ago, you had a pension with XYZ. And I went, oh, well, actually, I did. I remember that now. But it was a nothingness. I'd even forgotten it existed. And it transpired it was real. And they had traced, because I'd moved so many times from then till now, and they traced me down. And I ended up getting a couple of grand just
Wow. Just
following up on this letter. And it was all through thinking about it. It was spooky. Spooky's
yeah,
the best way I can think to
yeah,
describe it.
yeah.
But it was amazing. And after that, it's just a continuation of listening to the meditations. But I am quite lucky that way, as in, personally, I remember when I worked in Swansea College, once a month we used to go to the little bistro down the road, and everybody says, I'm walking with Gwen because she always finds money. She
Oh,
always finds money. And that's purely down to the fact that I tend to walk looking down in front of me, watching where I put my feet, because I trip up all the time. I
right.
can fall on the flattest of surface, no problem. And so I'm always sort of conscious of watching where I put my feet. And
Yeah,
of course, when you look down on you, there's
yeah,
money everywhere. Everywhere you look, there is money.
yeah. I
I could sit
love
here
that.
today and
Yeah.
say, go for a walk, everybody. Keep your eyes peeled, and you're going to find pennies. I found 5p just the other day on the drive. How it got there, I don't know, but I found
Yeah,
made me smile, because it
yeah.
also made me think of you and your challenge. And then after the challenge, you've done Breakthrough to Freedom.
Oh yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Was that a 6 month, 4 month program?
6 months, I think it was
Yeah,
at that
yeah, yeah.
point, I
Mm,
think.
mm.
And it was because in my business, I was very much still hiding. There was a lot of, I didn't quite believe in myself, didn't quite have the confidence to step up and put myself, I knew I could do it, but I wasn't doing it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And that course was life changing for me,
yeah,
totally, because it gave me the self belief. It took the fears away that were in my head. They didn't
yeah.
exist. They were
Mm.
just in my head. And it's almost like it what you do, it trains the brain
That's
to think positively. And it just gave me so much confidence. It really was a game changer.
fantastic.
Yeah. And
Because
then, of course, yeah, when you came up with this monthly membership, for me, it was a no-brainer. It was like, no, I don't even need the sales page. I've got to be in this. I've got to be in there because
And
what you do,
actually,
Glynis, works.
thank you, thank you. I love that. And actually, that course that you did, the Breakthrough to Freedom, was something like €360 a month, or there was a
Yeah,
4 month payment of the whole thing, or the whole thing in advance. But actually, what I'm doing in that membership is exactly that work,
it
except
is.
instead of
Yeah,
having a small group of people, I'm serving more people at the same time. But it's the same
yeah,
work, except we're using different topics. And I just, it lights me up when I see people coming back, because it was a
yeah.
while since we worked together in that capacity.
That's right.
So it's just lovely to see that, because there are always things, there are always changes,
It is
and there are always blocks that we cannot
always. Yeah,
see in our conscious mind.
yeah,
Some we can do journaling, we can do some tapping on some of the blocks that I feel are like in the space between the
yeah.
conscious and the deep subconscious, but it's the deep subconscious mind.
It
And when
is.
you change them from that place, when you go to a place and you get the aha, and then you start rewiring, oh my goodness.
It is huge,
Yeah.
but it's the energy that's created, the positive energy that's created when you listen to what you do. I don't know
Yeah.
how you do it, but it works. The energy can instantly just whoosh. But the other big thing too, to for me personally, is as you grow and your business grows, there's new blocks come in,
Mm-hmm.
changes and shifts happen, and
Yeah.
you've got to keep pushing through them for you to grow in your business.
Yeah.
So the membership for me was perfect timing because although I had done all that work before, and I continue to revisit it. It's not just you do it once and forget. You
Yes.
continue because it's self-investment.
It
And
is.
if it's like anything in life, if you implement these things, it works. It clears, the energy rises, and the new things that come in, it's magic. Absolute magic.
Oh, Gwen, I love this and I love you. And actually, even that point you said earlier, I just think that's, when, especially when you're manifesting, the fact that we have fun.
Yeah,
Fun is what we need to be. We need to be light, we need to be fun. And I really like to be able to have fun
yeah.
doing all of this work, because the work can be deep and it's life changing. But when
It
you're having
is,
fun
yeah,
at the
yeah.
same time, and everybody, there's a great community sort of, I suppose, as
It's
well
serious
aspect
stuff.
when people
Yeah,
are having fun.
yeah.
So
And when you realize too, and you're the one that trains my mind to this, but when you talk about manifesting, it's not about right, give me the lottery numbers and all my problems are solved. That's not what it's about. It's about things like if you what you put out into the universe, you get back.
yeah.
And this is where you play a big part. If I start to think, right, I am going to have a crappy day today,
Hmm.
no, I am going to, I don't want to go for a walk because I'm going to trip up and fall. I always trip up and fall. Then if I go for that walk, I'm going to trip up and fall because I'm telling myself that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But what you do, it installs the positive
Yeah.
and the right energy coming in, and everything's just so much easier. It is.
Gwen, thank you so much. I love meeting up with you. I love chatting with you. I could talk to you all day.
You're all day. Yeah.
But listen, I'm really, I'm inspired even listening to you. And what really lights me up is when I see you at the moment on lives every day and doing
Every day
and
for
totally
365
in your
days.
zone. I love that. That just makes me warm and fuzzy
Yeah.
inside. Listen, thank you so much. Thank you. I will, I'm gonna post this everywhere because it's just
Good,
so
good.
good for people to hear.
But honestly, the membership is brilliant because it's just given me back into where we were when we done the full blown course and more. It's
Yeah.
just unbelievable. The
Okay.
value in the membership. It's brilliant. Thank you.
Okay. Love you lots.